Hello and welcome to episode 39 of my playthrough of Your Turn to Die. In the last episode, we just got into this new, we were talking about the trades essentially, and we narrowed it down to Kyutaro, Now, Kaiji, and Sao to be our four possible people that we kill. So, yeah. Essentially, that's what we're going to go into. Other than that, there's not a whole lot. You can now sort out the details of... Oh, yeah, and then we unlock this new thing, sorting out. So, yeah, let's figure out what that's about. You can now sort out the details of trades. Okay, so let's get this all right. Ooh, fancy diagram. So this is our starting piece, and then this is what happened, right? Okay, so let's get this all straight, and this is our ending. Got it. This is after the 5 trades. The top row of this table is the cards that everyone had to start with. Those further to the right had more tokens to spend, in broad strokes at least. Okay. So basically from here to here is more money. The next row is the cards everyone had after the first trade. Below that is the cards after after the second trade, after the third trade, and so on and so forth. The bottom row is after the 5th trade. In other words, the rolls they ended up with. Of course, this is all guesswork. I'll rework if new information comes up. So yeah, currently we're believing the story that the sacrifice got moved from... Well, first trade got the Keymaster to me. The second trade got the sacrifice to Kyutaro, who gave it to me in the third trade. And then we don't know what happened in the 4th trade. Yeah, we have no clue what happened in the 4th trade, basically. And then during the 5th trade, it got swapped to, Sao. So that's essentially what we know right now. Well, what we know. What we think, at least. That being said, let's just continue. Alright. Kyutaro, why aren't you talking? Weird, I'm gonna have to watch out if he has a reaction. At the time of the first trade, I was searching the first floor alone, meow. I was off doing all this stuff by myself, woof. I wanted to see the laptop, meow. What stuff did you do exactly? It's not relevant to anything right now, Wolf. You guys are all suspicious. The 3rd trade happened while everyone was sharing the laptop. I was worried because you were acting strange, Sarah. To think you've been traded the sacrifice? Darn Kyutaro, you gonna make that trade on the spot and then act all innocent? Huh? Something strange there. Kyutaro was with us and Sarah. He traded the sacrifice for a Keymaster on the spot. How dare he? How? Well, we're gonna learn. Why won't you deny it, Kyutaro? What? I mean, you need a ring up box to trade. If he used one on the spot, shouldn't we have seen him do it? What could he be hiding? We're gonna find out through the heart game, aren't we? Oh boy. I got my 5 set up. I think it's still set up, hopefully. Yes, it is. Oh, that is tricky. How do you hit that? Please say something, Kyutaro. Kyutaro. No good. I couldn't find the words. Alright, this is a tricky thing. I gotta get it down. Okay, let's do this. Why won't you deny it, Kyutaro? Mashing time! Oh, that's not as good. It's so hard to mash it. Be as silent as you want. It's no use. Oh, is that actually enough? Spit it all out, Q-Taro. I meant to cooperate with Sarah, with everyone. But I got used for convenience. I'm pathetic. A pathetic adult. The third trait, my sacrifice being sent to Sarah. It wasn't me. It was Sao's doing. What? You can do that? I didn't know that. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Sao knew. He knew I had the sacrifice. What? When everybody was sharing the laptop, Sao wasn't going to use the toilet. He went to use a ring-up box to trade my sacrifice with Sarah's keymaster. Don't know a thing about that.
Wait a second. He chose 2 other people and then made them trade? You can do that?
It must be possible, huh? So you can say that with confidence. So, isn't this about time you confess? Tell us your real reason for sharing the laptop. Ah, such a deeply suspicious individual, Kaiji. Okay, so you gotta watch both of them and see who's right and who's wrong. If either of them are right for something or wrong for something, you gotta point it out. It is very like cool, like antis. It's pretty cool. Or negatives, they're called. And when you take a negative of the image, it's basically flipping the colors to the opposite of what they would be on a color wheel. The discussion is stuck in equilibrium, failing to come to an agreement. How about I hear the truth from your mouth? What about it? Between the statements these two give, I should either affirm correct ones or deny incorrect ones. Q-Taro couldn't do the third trade. I was on the toilet, so I couldn't either. Exactly, because he was with us. The question is, how do you know the sacrifice? She's just rolling on ahead with the assumption that I knew, huh? Did you learn about Q-Taro's sacrifice via hacking? Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? Yeah, because the laptop was on the ground. Precisely, you saw it directly. Q-Taro's intent was to negotiate with Sao. As a condition for his trade, he showed Sao his sacrifice card. It's natural to think that. Such an active imagination, Miss Sarah. How about you use that imagination to consider what their negotiation was like? Q-Taro started to negotiate outside Sao's bedroom door. Outside? I thought it was inside. Huh? Were you watching her? Or what? No, negotiating through a door is just strange. Or think about Mr. Policeman's feelings. I didn't mean to imply you, Kaiji. Get a room, you two. I'm being dead serious here. Okay, that's not it. I thought they negotiated from the same room, but I guess outside. Were you watching or what? Well, I mean, he wasn't watching. Of course I wasn't watching, right? Then it's all just an accusation. Give me a break. I didn't mean it like that, though. Exactly. I can't upset the balance. Let's start over. Dang it. Okay. Q-Taro couldn't do the third trade. That's true. That one I at least know. Couldn't I just take a peek to do that? Yes, you could have just taken a peek, right? Q-Taro started to negotiate outside Sao's bedroom door. Huh? Were you watching or what? I don't think I can really affirm or deny anything. I guess I'll just affirm this. Yes, even Sao's already recognized that fact. Hahaha, that's right. So did Sao react to Q-Taro's proposition? He must have let him in the room quickly and struck the deal. I'm not brave enough to let Q-Taro win. I don't think you did. No, I'm sure Sao was on guard. Q-Taro had taken the laptop from him once before. Sao wouldn't let him let him in the room with no questions asked. Then did he make a deal through the door? How amusing. I just thought of a way. Q-Taro slipped the tablet under the door. Wouldn't he consider I might betray him?
Well, yes, he might, but he's also being blackmailed, right? No, he wasn't considering it. That's not what I meant. Kitaro must be pretty pure, huh? He has the eyes of a young boy. How can you be serious here? That was wrong. Of course he could consider the betrayal, but he wouldn't risk it, would he? That wasn't right. I'm pretty sure that was fine. Kitaro slipped the tablet under the door. I don't know if I can confirm or deny that. What? I'm so confused. That's it exactly. That's what Kitaro did to propose his deal. Sal must have been fairly wary of Kitaro, who could get the best of him through force. So Kitaro informed that he was the sacrifice in advance. Not vocally, but by showing him in his tablet. I thought we were going to get a scene. Alright. So, you had another objective on top of the tokens and the Sarah folder. To control the sacrifice as you wanted. You got it. After the second trade, me and Kana were working on the escape plan. Then I heard Kitaro through the door. Want to make a deal, he said. I didn't care to listen, but he slid his tablet under the door. And there I saw it. Sacrifice. That makes more sense of what you're saying, Sal. Thank you for saying the slightly correct things. How brave of him to not go as far as offering up info just so I'd share the laptop. What do you know? Sarah, you saw that first floor security footage, right? Huh? Well, it's the truth. I haven't discussed my first trial, have I? It was an absurd trial, I tell you. They told me, set up the props used for the death game.
That is true. You set up the cards.
Yeah, of course I didn't know what they meant yet. Of course I found out. I knew Kai's fate was set. It's like I killed him. Kai took the sage card I just placed at random. That's why I at least wanted to get Kai's laptop back. One more time. Such an emotional story. So that's what drove you to give me a whole 100 tokens.
100 now?
No. That's enough for 2 trades. I was gonna say, wasn't there a point where he would give me like 50? So I wonder if I took that 50 if we'd end up with a different trial. Like, I really kind of want to test these stuff out. Like maybe in a bonus episode in the future. We'll see. But you left yourself enough just for 1 trade. How cunning, pretending to risk your life, but not forgetting to protect yourself. What a dirty adult you are. Say what? All told, you left yourself an escape route. If you were in a pickle, you could pass the sacrifice away from yourself. That's why I decided to act first, to send the sacrifice to someone else. To Miss Sarah, always thinking of her allies. Is that the truth of the 3rd trade? I was hopeful it might make you tear off your sheep's clothing. Why does he do this? Why does he do all this to me? But he went above and beyond my expectations. Huh? The 4th trade was you, wasn't it, Miss Sarah? Huh? What are you talking about? I mean, the sacrifice is what killed Joe, yes? Your guess is off the mark there. I didn't do any trades. In fact, I couldn't, because I didn't have the tokens. That's a poor excuse.
Quiet, learner. I was with Big Sis Sarah for the 4th trade with... So was I. Sarah didn't do any trade then.
Well then, it must have been an ally who did it for you. Kaiji, you took the sacrifice for Miss Sarah, didn't you? What?
What's the meaning of this?
It's really very simple. The 2 of them were accomplices. I don't think so, but if it was... hear me out. If it was Kaiji, it might be because he felt guilt. And because he wanted to lose. But I don't know why he would go so far into this trial. If that was the case. Well, maybe he tried doing it at the fourth one. And then after someone found out that he did it, they quickly swapped it right before the end. So that they could use that power. I don't know. 2 of them were accomplices. Hemp? Miss Sarah and Kaiji formed a terrifying plan involving the sacrifice. To achieve victory in the main game by way of said sacrifice. They schemed to escape by working together and having Kaiji win the vote. I suspect the 5th trade that followed was Miss Sarah and Kaiji making a bluff. Why would we do that? I'm so confused. They just picked 2 random commoners to have trade. Then the sacrifice is Kaiji? That's all a wild fabrication. I mean, the sacrifice I had was taken away by the 5th trade. Stop spouting nonsense to lead everyone by the nose. My reasoning is incorrect. Kaiji is the sacrifice, and the sage is Miss Now, perhaps?
I'm the sage?
Yep. So it may well be fine to have Miss Now die this time.
Wait a second. At first you said you were the sacrifice.
Yep, that was a lie. I'm a commoner.
No way. Then wouldn't you be in the same boat as me?
Oh, I see. Guess choosing anybody to go at Kaiji is the same in the end. Then let's vote for Kana, since she's the least valuable.
So...
Enough. It's been a long time since I've hated somebody this much. Here's a friendly little police report. I long since used up all my tokens. Haha. And you want me to just believe that? So, you're just dying to say that I ended up being the sacrifice, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm the Keymaster. Huh? What are you saying? The Keymaster is Kyutaro, though. Looks like we got him good.
Ha! What? Okay, that is... spicy.
My real role is Sage. Kyutaro's the Sage? Ridiculous, that's impossible. It's possible, alright. And as the Sage, I'm making an announcement. Kaiji is without a doubt the Keymaster. It can't be true, that's all. You were right on the track to think of accomplices. But it wasn't Sarah I teamed up with. It was Kyutaro. And see, that's believable, because he was actually sneaking around with Kyutaro for a lot of it. Let's tell the truth of the 4th trade, shall we? In the trade between Mr. Policeman and Kyutaro. I'm getting hyped. I'm getting hyped. Which will be just as hyped, I'm just using this as a segue, just as hyped as tonight, which is when, during the recording of this, which will be like coming out probably like end of December, maybe beginning of January, this is, maybe not that much, but like, yeah, sometime in December, January is coming out, but like, what I'm saying is, tonight, as of my recording date, is the, what do you call it, the Game Awards, where apparently they're going to announce a new Smash Bros. Fighter. So I might make a ISYC based on that. Anyways, you guys have already seen it if that's happened, or maybe I'll link to it at the end or something, but yeah. Anyways. First, when Cell betrayed me with the sacrifice, I went stomping around in a rage. When I heard what happened, I proposed to Gyutaro that we team up. And so the 4th trade, Kaiji and Gyutaro's cards got traded.
That 4th trade sure ended in pushing, and punishing the loner now, meow.
Hold on. Gyutaro, weren't you the one who passed out during the 4th trade?
Seeing you acting funny, sir, I was convinced the sacrifice had moved to you. I wouldn't let it stand. I decided I'd knock him down and take bound tokens back. Kaiji noticed me then, came to talk. Persuaded me to give it up. Didn't know what Sao was thinking after all. And so I trusted Kaiji, and had him take custody of all my remaining tokens.
All of them?
Hold on, Katara.
Weren't you passed out during the fourth trade?
I mean, Kaiji could do the trade himself, but...
Is he panicking? He hasn't worked out his logic. The portrait sure ended in punishing the loner now. I'm sure Mr. Policeman was burning with the desire to see justice carried out now. He used a whole 50 tokens to trade with Muscle Gorilla to defeat the loner with. Huh? Before Mr. Policeman said he didn't have any tokens for the fourth trade now. Then he couldn't have traded with.
I think you guys see where the contradiction is. He handed all his tokens, that's why.
You gave him all your tokens, Meow?
Sure did. Sure did. Seems like that landed way outside Sal's ballpark. Shut it!
Running out of leeway, are we?
I've still got doubts. I can't be convinced with just that. After all, Kaiji, why were you able to know about Kyutaro having the Keymaster?
Isn't the only way to do that during the main game with the Sage's power of clairvoyance? Huh, so you still don't know. Okie dokie, let's resume the discussion.
We're about to extract a new statement from Sao. I have to keep going.
That said, when I first spotted him, I just pacified him since he was angry. But I ended up talking with Kitaro, and we thought things over. In the fourth trade, I traded my card with Kitaro's Keymaster. But actually, I went and did this trade myself while Kitaro was passed out. Seems Kitaro figured it out during the main game, and was able to put the story together. It's all owed to the power of that card, even my noticing of Kitaro's Keymaster. Powerful card.
Kaiji noticed something's up with me, and I need Kaiji all my tokens. Seems like I got knocked out and they're taken in advance.
Huh, weird.
The fourth trade, Kaiji and Kitaro's cards got traded? I'm getting confused.
So Gorilla handed over all the tokens to him himself now? What a rash Gorilla move.
So I guess we gotta contradict this with this. Let's try it. Store and contradict.
The power of that card. You don't mean...
Yeah, the Sage's clairvoyance, of course.
The Sage could use clairvoyance even outside the main game?
That's what the tablets are for.
You incidentally didn't mention it.
Well, unraveled all the mysteries now. This should prove it. Mr. Policeman used clairvoyance to see Kitaro's Keymaster. Then I made the fourth trade to swap Kitaro's Keymaster and my Sage. And now, there isn't even a need to discuss the fifth trade anymore. Convinced of your victory earlier, you confessed I'm a commoner. Any other questions? No, there's something odd about Kaiji's story. It'll become clear if I look at the trades so far. The card I had at first was a commoner. Kaiji's was the Keymaster. And in the first trade, the Keymaster was sent to me, and my commoner to Kaiji. Next, the second trade. The sacrifice went to Kyutaro, and his commoner went to someone else. Next, the third trade. Sao indicated a trades that sent me the sacrifice and Kitaro's the Keymaster.
And the fourth trade, the Keymaster went to Kaiji and the Sage to Kitaro. That part's strange. Sure enough, it's... What? That part's strange. Sure enough, it's... Sage card? That's right, the Sage card is out of place. Kaiji should have been a commoner the whole time. Oh, yeah. So where did he get the Sage? Wait, let me see, actually. Unless he was the Sage beforehand? So why did Kaiji have the Sage at the time of the fourth trade? I was gonna say, we did leave a blank on one of them, of where the sacrifice got traded, like, or where the, where a few things got traded with, actually. Sacrifice, and then the, Keymaster as well. Oh no, the Keymaster was normal, so it's just the sacrifice one, I think. That must mean... he's learning about having the Sage now, or Kaiji's first card wasn't the Keymaster. No, well, we know his first card was the Keymaster because that was the first trade. So he's lying about us having the Sage now. What? No, that's not it, because Kaiji was able to see that Kitaro had the Keymaster. So it's true that he had the Sage, but then the trades don't make sense like this. Oh, because you can trade with someone else's thing, right? Kaiji's first card wasn't the Keymaster. So was Kaiji the Sage at first? Kaiji was the Sage at first, and he knew who the Keymaster was, so he stole the Keymaster and traded it with me. At that point, he would still be a Sage. I don't know where it goes from there. Kaiji had the Sage from the beginning. And so his clairvoyance let him see who had the Keymaster from the beginning too. Which is why, in the first trade, he could make me and the person with the Keymaster trade. But, if he did that... he hasn't been... hasn't he been lying to me this whole time? Are you really gonna vote for Sao?
No.
Something's not right. We should discuss a little more.
Don't be stupid. I think it's still highlighted. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. You're a candidate now. If the discussion leads to you getting picked...
I'm afraid too, but I just got a weird feeling. Are we sure Sao's really a commoner, and that Kaiji is the Keymaster?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Now... something's odd. You're exactly right. There are still mysteries remaining. In the fifth trade, why did someone trade for the sacrifice I had? And the other party was a commoner. This isn't a problem we can ignore. Yeah, Meow. This fifth trade, we should talk about it some more.
By any chance we pick the sacrifice, we're done for, you know?
We shouldn't need any more discussion. Kaiji? Digging up all odd conclusions is just gonna get us more lost. It's your turn to die, Sao. Hey, that's the title. I gotta see how much time I have in this video. Oh no, I gotta end it. Fine, alright. Well, we're just gonna continue this in the next episode. I've been having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys are too. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys next time. So I'll see you around. Bye bye.